Welcome back, Strongman and Strongwomen fans, and a couple updates for you today and three Strongman events coming up this year. So just quickly, first of all, for World's Ultimate Strongman, unfortunately it's been rescheduled from the 27th of Feb to the March 13th. You can see here from an update on their Instagram account, basically because of COVID and public safety, they're just not willing to risk it right now. So they've postponed it just by a couple of weeks. It's still going to go ahead, as they say. Obviously, I made a video before on this event and I listed all the athletes and whatnot, and at the time was looking good. I was surprised because I thought it wouldn't be cancelled because Bahrain, the Middle East, was looking quite safe for sporting events, but obviously there's perhaps been a bit of a change with the current climate, and they've maybe just taken the decision to delay it. So it's still going ahead as far as we know. Hopefully it's not going to be delayed again, fingers crossed. Obviously, I think if it really did come down to it, they might decide to opt for the online route again and do what they did for the Feats of Strength series last year, because we had Feats of Strength 1 and 2. So that could happen. As you can see here, these are some of the online streamed events they did for different world records that were attempted last year. Some that were achieved, some that weren't. But nonetheless, that's the current update there from the guys at WUS. I'm hoping, just like all of you are, that it's still going to go ahead live. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm going to keep you updated. As soon as I find out any more, I will either make a video or do a post on my Instagram account so you can see what the deal is there. One thing I can tell you though, Mateusz here, who came first in 2019, looks like he's still not going to be returning. Luke and Tom are though, obviously, who came second and third in the last competition they did, which was in Dubai in 2019. So good to see those guys there. Shame Mateusz is not coming back just yet, but he can't risk making himself worse and potentially causing a severe long-term injury to keep coming back. So we'll see what happens. You can check out my other video I made a few weeks ago. This one here, I'm going to link in the description below so you can check out the rest on the athletes, but I'll update you guys anyway. So on to World's Strongest Man 2021. As you can see, there was an update on their Instagram account about a week ago now. So I'm just picking up now. I wasn't able to mention in my video when I did the top 3 predictions on this year's World's Strongest Man where it's going to be, because I didn't know at the time. But now we know that it's going to be in Sacramento, California, and it will be held live between the 15th and 20th of June. Now, this has come as a new multi-year deal with the Sports Commission in Sacramento, and I believe this is now going to be their new established venue for a while. Apparently with the 2022 contest as well. So the last time they actually had World's Strongest Man in California, it was actually in L.A. in 2014. So it's been a while, and obviously, as we know, the last 2 years it's been in Bradenton, Florida. Obviously, that's where we saw the likes of Martin Lissis take the crown in 2019, with Mateusz Kwiatkowski coming, as you can see here, second to him. So obviously last year we had, at the end of the year, Novikov taking World's Strongest Man in Bradenton, obviously tying the knot with the youngest ever champion, which was John Paul Sigmarsson of Iceland in 1984. So these two apparently aren't looking like they're going to be coming back either, still due to injuries. So we've got to look out and watch out what happens with those two, because obviously they are massive contenders in the sport and everyone's still eagerly awaiting for their return. So I have done another video on the top 3 predictions based on if Mateusz is coming back. Didn't mention Martin, but he will potentially come back as well, and you can check that video out here. Again, I'm going to link a video at the end of the video, so make sure you check that out. And just quickly to summarize, the roster hasn't actually been announced for 2021, so we'll see what happens there as time gets closer to the actual competition, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I know who's competing and if Mateusz and Martin are going to be making their return and going for the crown. So last story and update, so official Strongman Games. Now, as we know, this is the one of the biggest strongman competitions in the world, and if not the pinnacle in my opinion. So the OSG, as it's commonly referred to, have now simply called the actual competition the event, and it's going to be introducing for the first time the women's under 73 kilos and also the men's masters 50 division. There are 11 confirmed divisions, and on their Instagram account they're talking also about that any qualified athlete from the under 82 and 64 can compete in the new under 73 kilo category as well. The men's masters has been introduced, but no one can actually win a title for this one, so that's 50 plus, by the way, on the masters. Also, the top 3 finishers in the men's open automatically invited to the Giants Live in the UK, and the top 3 finishers of that Giants Live are always going to get an invite to World's Strongest Man. So this is basically the entry route to any guys in the open who want to compete in the World's Strongest Man to basically get on. And you can see Luke Richardson did that here because he had his first competition last year. It's going to be taken at the Ocean Center Arena in Daytona Beach, Florida, between November the 12th and 14th. So that's going to be the location. Now, there's obviously a lot going on in terms of how, like I mentioned, there's 11 divisions in total. So there's a lot of different weight categories, and also going to be a lot of different weights for the actual events themselves. Now, if you want to actually look at the weights for the actual events, what each category have to use, and I'm talking about the load of the exercise to the proportion of the weight for the athletes, you can check on their website, the official Strongman Games, as well as all the other information on the actual events themselves. So you've got the log press first, which is clean and press away for 60 seconds. Then we have the car walk, so it's the fastest time of 50 foot, 15.225 meters for 60 seconds. Here's the information on the first day of the semi-finals. After we've had that first day, we go on to the second day and the second 2 events, which is the Cerberus Strength Deadlift Ladder. Now, that's the fastest time with 4 bars, again, in 60 seconds. Once we've done that one, we're going to move on to the carry and drag. Now, that's a sandbag, Husafel. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but if you haven't, please correct me. And the sled drag in the fast time again for another 50 foot, and that's for 90 seconds. Again, like I said, if you want to check out the actual official weights that are going to be used for these events, just check out the website, or you can check on Barbend as well. They've listed all of it. It's quite a lot of information. I didn't want to really include it on this video because it's a bit too much to look at. But you can scan on that if you're interested for the weight class that you want to watch. Personally, for me, I'm going to be interested in everyone. So obviously the last events, the finals, we've got the Serbia Strength Sandbag Toss. Again, fastest time, 6 bags in 60 seconds. So that's going to be quite an interesting one. And then lastly, with the legend Mark Vielix in that photo, you've got the Stones. Again, fastest time, 6 seconds. Fast time for 6 stones in 75 seconds. So that's looking pretty exciting as well. World Finals, you can see, you've got a bit more information there about what's going on. Doors open at 9 a.m. EST. And obviously, you don't want to miss out. Like I said, hopefully it's going to actually be a meet and greet as well this time. That's why they've actually put the schedule so late into the year, with the hope that COVID won't be around or it won't be an issue anymore, so they can actually do a normal competition. So I think it's quite a good idea. Obviously, World's Strongest Man, they're doing it a bit earlier in the year, and hopefully they're not going to have any more issues. But I think OSG are going to be fine at that time of the year. I can't see how it's going to be an issue, considering it's in America as well, and there's still sporting events going ahead. I mean, as you saw in my video yesterday, Maddox went to that powerlifting meet, so I don't see why there's any reason this shouldn't go ahead as a normal sporting competition. So I'm really excited to see that. I might even consider one day doing it myself, going under 105, because I love my strongman. As some of you may see, my subscribers, I'm quite strong for my weight, sitting 95, so I might look into that in the future myself. But guys, check out their website and everyone else's if you want more information. I will obviously be posting more info as time goes by about confirmed athletes, anyone who withdraws or gets injured. Hopefully no one will do, especially the top players. And I'm excited to see newcomers as well, just like you are in all of these competitions. And the OSG in particular is the one that does introduce new people to the sport, who then cross over into World's Old Strongman and World's Strongest Man when they've cemented themselves as the new name in the sport, whether that's men's open, women's open, or any of the lighter weight categories, each into their own. In my opinion, they're all amazingly strong, and I just can't wait to watch them. So guys, if you liked today's video, please remember, as always, to leave me a like, comment and subscribe, and hit that bell for future notifications. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Amigo and Finis, signing out.